really struggling. Hi, and welcome back to the program. I tell you, each and every time I take you for a break, I never take mine. The conversation still continues right here on Good Morning Kenya. My name is Samuel Njoroge, and such a pleasure to have your company this far. For the next 1 hour or so, we shall be discussing film and TV markets, all right? Courtesy of Kalasha. So this conversation will be Kalasha Film and TV Market. My name is Samuel Njoroge, as earlier highlighted. Feel free to participate in this discussion. Are you a producer? Are you talent out there looking for opportunities? This conversation is definitely for you. The hashtag is Good Morning Kenya. 22162 is our SMS line. Begin with the initials GMK for your feedback to count. I've got a panel of two gentlemen who are joining me to help us understand, create awareness, give you information. This is geared towards empowering you so that you're able to know exactly what to do, where, with whom, and how. I've got Timothy Owase, who is the acting CEO at the Kenya Film Commission. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Great.
Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. And we have Renee Dennis.
Good morning, Samuel.
How are you?
I'm good.
The audiovisual attaché for Eastern Central Africa.
Yeah.
Largely, and you're from the French Embassy.
From the French Embassy. Correct.
Good partners to this initiative.
Yeah.
How has it been so far working with the Commission?
Well, it's a long story because we have a partnership. We have a partnership that started a few years ago.
Yeah.
And we are very pleased that Kenya Film Commission is showing confidence and trust in our partnership. We are, as you know, that culture is an important sector for the French people.
Sure thing.
And we are very happy to partner on these Kalasha International events, which are now made of two separate events. There is the Kalasha International Film Festival and Awards that took place last December, as you may know. And we have now the Kalasha International TV and Film Market, which is going to happen at the end of March.
At the end of March.
Yeah, coming soon.
Timothy, how are you settling in the Commission so far?
So far, so good.
Yes.
I must say that we are at the right place at the right time. The film industry, I think, with all standards, is the best place to be because this is the only industry we recognize as Kenya Film Commission as an industry that will be able to place this country where it belongs. Film drives tourism, creates employment, among other beneficial facts. And that's why, as the drivers of the industry, we believe we must put the right structures in place, create a market like Kalasha International TV and Film Market, which is upcoming in the next 2 weeks. That is 27th to 29th of March, as a platform to have all film industry players to come together and do film business.
Film business?
Yes.
There is a bit of a struggle, especially to young upcoming producers and content creators when it comes to understanding the business of film. That is why we're having this conversation this morning. But we're all aware that this idea or this platform is more or less like a carry forward from the festival and awards. Maybe just a brief audit on how we fared last December in terms of the festival and the awards, Renee.
Well, for the film festival and awards, maybe Timothy will be
Better placed.
the best person to talk about it. It has to do with awarding the best people, you know, anchorman and actors, directors, etc. Now we move to a market, which is something different. Now, as we said previously, the aim that we have, Kenya Film Commission and the French Embassy, is to show to the public authorities and decision makers that when we talk about that, audiovisual and cinematographic sectors are definitely part of an industry. There is revenue behind that. A program can be sold, can be bought, but there is revenue. Look what happened to Nigeria. I mean, who could have anticipated 15 years ago what would become the Nollywood things? You know, those films made in slums with no money, nothing. And today, this is the second pillar of the GDP of Nigeria. It's almost $1 billion a year of income. You know, it's come number 2 just after oil. You know, Who could do? You know, why something like that would not happen in East Africa, and especially Nigeria? This is an industry, and the people have to understand that, yes, as Timothy said, yes, there is a large income to that could come from this industry, many jobs also for the young people, and which is an important issue for Kenya. There are so many young people that come after long studies, they are on the market looking for jobs. This industry could really provide a lot of employment.
Sure.
So this is what we want to show. And then it's going to be a place for all professionals. The broadcasting houses have to be there, of course, and they will. Normally, most of them in the region, even as a media, MultiChoice, DSTV, KBC, Nation Media, Royal Media, Standard Media. We are hoping to have them exhibiting during the Kalasha. Producers will be there, distribution company will be there, and they will, the baseline that we have under the title Kalasha International TV and Film Market is discover, connect, trade. That's those three words are really resuming what we want to achieve, connect and trade.
Discover, connect, and trade.
Yeah.
As we discover, as we connect, as we trade, of course, there's a lot that needs to be understood first before anyone goes into the market, goes into this industry. But Timothy, when you look at the Kenyan context right now, what is lacking in terms of TV and film markets? Where are the gaps?
Maybe before I respond to that question,
Yes.
I want to go back to your earlier question.
On Kalasha.
On Kalasha Awards and the
last-
festival. I think the Commission has been hosting the Kalasha Awards for a few years now, and that has culminated to where we are. We award the best in the industry, and it's not just about awarding. We are creating awareness through the awards system. We want to create and sensitize the industry to get to understand the value of the film industry. Of course, it's also critical that we recognize the fact that the film industry awardees, especially from Kalasha, an award in itself is not an end. So the market is a culmination of what happened at the awards, and now we are moving from just recognizing, but creating a platform for the filmmakers to be able to do real business. When you look at the structure of the Kalasha International TV and Film Market,
Yes.
it's an international film and TV market, to the sense that all that happens at an international market will be happening here in Nairobi. We'll have conferences. We'll have an exhibition center or trade show where you'll be able to sell and buy. We have networking sessions within this particular market. So when you look at this, we know Kenya Film Commission cannot be able to carry every producer or distributor to the international markets. But we can afford to create this platform, have it effectively executed, and have international content buyers come to this particular market to meet our own local. Now, going to your next question, you wanted to understand what are some of the
Gaps.
Yes, and challenges within the industry. We recognize that to be a vibrant film industry, one needs to have a number of things done right. And I'll start from, let's say, the legal framework. An industry has to be governed with certain legal framework. The current state of our industry, as far as the legal framework is concerned, is basically a very old piece of legislation. And that is a gap that has to be filled. The Commission has already done a lot as far as that is concerned, and I believe in shortest time possible, the government should be in a position to actually put this in place, because the draft is there. It's an issue of cabinet approving, and we are done with that. When we have that, then the rest will follow. The other gap that I could be able to mention, let's talk about skills. We need an industry that has skilled manpower to be able to support both local and international TV and film markets. Basically, what I'm trying to arrive at, if crew came in from France or any other destination, and they're coming to shoot a film in Kenya, I'll be happy as Kenya Film Commission to see that it's only the key departmental heads who are coming into the country to coordinate the filming activity with all crew coming from within the country. That way, we'll say we have really achieved something. Something else, we have to map our locations. Kenya is known for great locations. We need to put this on the map so that anyone, anywhere across the world is able to, at a click of a button, access to a location, let's say in Marsabit. You can be able to zoom in and get to access to a location you are desiring to come and shoot your film. Also, let's not forget about the markets, the distribution system. You've come up with your product and you are ready to sell. How do you get it out there? That awareness is critical. You need to know how to sell your product. And this will only come out if the entrepreneurship element is ingrained into the filmmaking practitioners. That's one of the core components the Commission is working on, training filmmakers to have that business mind. Because if you woke up today and decided to make a film without a plan, without a marketing plan, then chances are that from the word go, you are not sure where you're going. We would like to be very deliberate on our actions. That is just part, but there are many more other challenges which are being addressed. When we look at the mandate of the Kenya Film Commission, there is an aspect of development, promotion, marketing, research, archiving, and much more. So in each of those particular lines, we have set up a programs that are geared towards addressing those challenges. Yes.
So you are aware.
Yes.
They
very much
are
aware.
there,
Yes.
and you're addressing them.
Exactly.
Renee, when you compare the Kenyan context with other places, how does it work maybe in France? What do we need to improve on?
Well, what I would say, Samuel, is that this is, these audiovisual and film sectors are like a family. We all work together, and in France, most of the broadcasting houses have understood that all the independent sectors, all those producers, private independent production companies, who definitely make their living by permanently come with new ideas, new concept of programs. It can be a feature, it can be a talk show, it can be a documentary, whatever. This is how they live. The more they invent, the more they create. And then they come to the broadcasting houses permanently with new proposals. And this is so easy for the broadcasting houses to choose because they know their audience, they know who they are targeting. So the position today in France is that the broadcasting houses really give as much as they can of their production to private sector. They, of course, keep the news, which is something that always has to be done internally. Also, those political debates, definitely that will never be externalized. But for the rest, they work with private producers. They say, okay, you bring a script, you bring a synopsis, you bring a concept. We read it, we like the idea. We don't want that to go to competitors. We know that it's perfect for the audience that we are targeting. We want the show that you are today proposing to us, and we are going to put money on the table to secure the broadcasting rights. By doing that, they know that they will have in 3, 4, 6 months' time a very good program. They will accompany the producer all along the production process, and the moment the program, let's say, will be delivered to them, they will play their role of airing the program, making as much money as possible through advertising, sponsoring. This is their role. Airing is in their hands. But they have helped the producer at the very beginning of the story by giving a bit. This is not 100% of the budget, but this is a part of the budget. And by giving money to a producer, he will be able to then build what we call a financing plan and get money from other broadcasters, because if he's making a deal with KBC, why not going to Tanzania, Ethiopia, Uganda to also convince a local broadcaster to also buy the rights, because this is another territory. So that's how the producer will do his job of getting the money here and there, and then he will then produce in better conditions. He will have more money to make, and this is the more content, the more quality content you develop, the more you have a chance to export it. And by exporting this content, this is how you build an industry. I was talking about Nigeria. Why Nigeria is making money? Because they export now their content to the whole of Africa and even outside Africa.
Yep.
And in France also, there was a time that a few years ago that United States was really invading the whole world with series like Game of Thrones. More than something like 150 countries all over the world are broadcasting this series, which is a huge success. So you can imagine how much money they are making. But we understood that there was a lack of quality in our local production. So channels like Canal Plus, Channel One also, have understood that they had to put more money for producing better content. And now, our export figures are far better.
Right.
The CNC, which is our National Center of Cinematography, which is the main body that publish figures. The last figure they published in 2016 was that we have made something like 340 million euros by exporting contents internationally.
340 million
Yes, euros, yeah, on a year. But it means that, so that's why I'm saying that there is definitely an income, an important income.
Okay.
Yeah.
In all honesty, Timothy, have broadcasters failed the film and TV market, in all honesty?
My rightful answer is I will not blame the broadcasters, but they can be able to do much.
Uh-huh.
There is an opportunity for them. So mine is to rally the broadcasters to basically support the film industry.
What exactly are they meant to do? What exactly are they not doing? Let's call it out as it is.
I would say that they have to be more open to those creative people around them. Most of the producers I've met, it's now 2 years since I joined Kenya. Many people are talking about starting a VOD platform to give a chance to all the content they produce to be seen. They always talk about Facebook. Because they know that maybe the solution will come from these new digital offers that are. Why not expecting from broadcasters to be more open to originality and quality? That's what they are missing. I think they should be more open to receive proposals from individuals or production company, but it can be also individuals. People have good ideas. And when they pick up a good idea, they could make it a program because they have the know-how of how to market it and to air it. And then, they can make a large audience numbers with those programs. But let's be open to ideas coming from outside. Don't close the door. Don't intend to produce everything by your own. It's so easy to give the production to externalize the production, because then those independent production companies will be the one to really do the work, producing, hiring people, running the whole production. And it's so easy to change that and to be in a position of, okay, we commission you to do that, and you will deliver the best that you can do. That's,
They get to do all the hard work.
Yeah.
We get to get the money.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Over to you, Tim.
What Rene is saying is that media houses should reduce in-house productions and give business to the industry. I personally advocate for a situation where broadcasters look at producers as their business partners. And business partners work together. Commission programs